Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Celestial C888 and today we will be using the Wildwood Tarot deck for your monthly reading, but we will also be using the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck as well as the Moolology Oracle cards. And last but not least, we will also be using the Romance Angel Oracle cards. Now without further ado, let us begin. All right, Taurus, these are your cards, and this is your general reading for the entire month of October 2022. Now, first impressions that I have for you, Taurus, is that I can definitely see that there's some kind of skill, some kind of new idea, some kind of new journey that you're going through, that you're putting a lot of your dedication into, Taurus, because the first card you have is the Nine of Arrows, the dedication card. Now, for some of you, perhaps you are putting in a lot of dedication, a lot of time, a lot of energy into learning new things about how to run a business. Perhaps for others of you, you're putting in dedication, putting in time to learn how to play an instrument, or even, play a sport, whatever it is that you're interested in, learning to do, and whatever you're interested in that you feel as if it's going to help you in the future in some way. For some of you, it might be that you're putting dedication into a leisure activity, something that you're just doing for yourself. It might be a little bit of self-care for some of you Taurus out there. For others of you, you might be banking on it for your future in some way. So like I said, as an example, if you are putting any dedication into learning how to run a business, then that is something you're thinking about, this is what's gonna help me survive in the future, possibly help me with help my family live comfortably, or at least be able to pay our bills. Those are the thoughts that Taurus as a collective is having this month in October. The next card you have is the Queen of Bowls, the Hair card. And for this month, Taurus, I definitely can see that the Queen of Bowls, the Hair card, is about you guys, using your creativity to bring your ambitions to life. So, like I said, maybe if you're looking at an artist, singer, songwriter, writer, rapper, whatever it is, or maybe you play an instrument. Maybe you're coming up with new compositions, new songs creatively, and this is what you're using to push your platform so that you can become a bigger artist. Maybe you really want to become famous, or at least have a lot of people listening to your work because you put in a lot of time into your work, Taurus. So you want to use what you know how to do creatively to help bring a bigger audience in the masses. There's nothing wrong with that. Definitely, I can understand wanting to use the skills that you have, to especially creative skills, Taurus, to help you in your own longevity, in your own bigger picture, Taurus. So the next card we have after is the King of Arrows, Kingfisher. Now for you, Taurus, for this month, I can definitely see that the Kingfisher is here to help guide you through the chaos of everything that might be going around in your pursuit of learning new skills, in your pursuit of your new dedication. It might not make sense to everybody around you, and there might be a lot of back and forth, and it might feel really chaotic, sometimes we can have ideas for certain things, and maybe not necessarily have the support of the people around us right away. But if you are really committed to this idea, Taurus, I can definitely see you flying through this chaotic negative energy, with clarity, with calm. So you guys have the momentum to be able to push through the naysayers, so to speak, so that you can complete your goals. So that is always very good for you. The next card we have is the Eight of Vessels, which is rebirth. So in some shape or form, you guys are rebirthing. Excuse me. You guys are on a path of new cycles, on the path of a rebirth. So for maybe some of you, it might be that, you're gonna change in every way possible. You're gonna change your hair, you're gonna change how you dress. Maybe you're gonna change like how you even speak to people. It could be that for you, Taurus. For others, it could just be, just like, oh well, now you're starting a different job that you haven't been in before, or perhaps you're studying something that you haven't studied before. Some kind of new rebirth, recycling of something is happening for you, Taurus. It's giving you a chance to, like, out with the old, in with the new kind of energy. It's giving you a chance to, like, actually see yourselves in a different way this month. And if this part of the readings don't apply to you, you can always check for your sun, moon, or rising. But as a collective, Taurus, you guys are definitely going through a transitional change, because the next card you have is the Six of Arrows, transition. So yeah, like I said before, you guys are going through a transitional change in some way. Perhaps perhaps for some of you, actually, as I'm looking at this card, you might be taking a trip to someplace else. Some of you maybe even like a cruise or something. I can definitely see some people like going on a trip by boat, perhaps, and maybe not like a long trip. Maybe you'll go on a boat ride. Or, like, I live in like the New England area, so like sometimes people go whale watching. I don't know, is it a whale watching season? I don't know. I'll have to check that out. But I can definitely see for some Taurus out there, you could be going on like trips, or maybe you could be transitioning from like one place that you're living right now to a new place, in some way. That's definitely a possibility. Or again, maybe you're transitioning from one job to another. Perhaps you're even like still in the same company, but maybe you're in a higher level up than where you were previously. In some way, shape, or form, Taurus, you guys are transitioning out of something. And again, you have the rebirth card previously right before it. So like I said, whatever is going on, there's definitely change happening with you, Taurus. So if it is a change in how you look, how you see things, how you perceive things, what you believe in, that is going to be applied for you. If it is the skill sets that you want to learn, you're going to transition into, like, maybe you were intermediate and now you're going to be a master. Whatever is going on for you, Taurus, there is a transitional change happening with you. And the last card for the Wildwood Tarot part of our reading is the Seven of Stones, the healing card. So for some Taurus out there, you guys are going to be healing in some way. Some of you maybe have like a physical injury that you need to heal from. And, we always should definitely take our time and heal from these types of injuries, especially if maybe you broke an arm or a leg or something. It's better to allow yourself that rest so that you can heal, so that you can continue to use your arm or the leg, versus like still doing the exact same thing and like disrupting your healing process. Maybe for others of you, maybe it's like an emotional healing, like past healing traumas. It could be possible, that is a type of healing too. Perhaps for some of you, maybe you will seek out, some kind of therapist, doctor, whatever, whether it's a doctor for like a physical injury or doctor for like, your own mental health. I can definitely see for the collective Taurus out there for the month of October, you guys are going to be taking your health and your healing very seriously this month. All right, next, let's move on to the Psychic Tarot cards and see what we have here. Your first card is Hope. So whatever is going on that you're hopeful for, Taurus, I definitely can see for some of you that your hope, that what you want to happen will come true with this hope. Or maybe you just have a lot of hope for yourself in the future. That's always good. It's always wonderful to have like positive attitude, positive energy for yourself. It's one of the best ways to help things move along. So perhaps for some of you, maybe this reading gives you hope. I definitely hope so, because I want people to come away with these readings, you know, having better understanding of how their month is going to be going. Nothing is set in stone, but like if something can give you hope, that's always good. And next we have the Trapped in Fear card. So whatever that is going on, Taurus, that, you know, makes you doubt yourself, makes you worried, you know, it's all in your own head. This person right here, he may like be trapped there. You see these bars and everything, but they're his own mental bars. You put up your own mental bars on yourself, Taurus. You the one who keep yourself trapped in your own fear. So again, maybe the new dedication and skills and whatever I was saying earlier, you know, has you feeling a little bit scared. Maybe you don't think you're necessarily ready to pursue that new skill set. Maybe you don't think you're ready to pursue that education, or maybe you don't think you're ready to pursue moving out of the current place that you are into a different place that would be better for you. You know, we all have our own doubts. We all have our own fears. You know, everybody's on a different journey. One person's fear is not going to be the same as a different person's fear, but it's still fear nonetheless. But this fear for you, Taurus, as a collective is your own doing. You guys are causing this to happen to yourselves. And I feel as if once you realize that, you know, you'll be able to work through it and to be able to move on, to push forward to what you need to do. Particularly what you really want to do, Taurus. You really want the new change, the transition, the rebirth, the healing, all of that. But, you know, maybe there's a fear in like what it'll bring up if you do that. And I can't lie and say that it's not going to bring anything up. You know, any type of healing in some way is going to bring up some sort of pain, whether it's a physical pain, whether it's emotional pain. It will bring pain, and maybe there's a fear of that. But, you know, once you get past that fear, you can actually start healing. And once you are healed, you know, your injury, whatever form it takes, will be better, Taurus. So definitely keep your hope up that, you know, you can work through these fears that you have for yourselves. You can definitely see these two cards working together for this reason. You know, you got to keep your hope up so that you can get yourself out of this trapped fear that you have put yourselves in. It's just not good for you. You can't stay there forever. And most importantly, you won't be able to do like everything here until you like work through this fear. And remember to have hope. Believe in yourself is the word that I want to say for you, Taurus. You definitely need to hear this. You need to believe in yourself a little bit more. All right, next we're going to pull the Moonology card, which is your commitment is being tested. So some of you maybe aren't as dedicated to your new skill set or learning as much as I thought you were in the beginning. Perhaps you're being tested by how other people have perceived your pursuits. Maybe some people have said negative things or even just neutral things that's making you think like, should I really pursue this? Should I really start my own business? Even though, you know, this and that person is already talking to me saying like, oh, well, you have a decent job. Like, why would you go ahead and pursue something that you've never done? You know, maybe somebody is putting some doubts into, you know, you pursuing like a music thing. Maybe they're just like, you know how many talented music people there are? You know, why do you like it would be hard for you to get like famous or anything? I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but you know, it's very hard. So your commitment is being tested in that sense, Taurus, as a collective. I definitely feel for you. You know, if it is your belief, if you really think that this is what's good for you, then you have to pursue it for yourself. You know, as long as it's not putting other people in danger, you know, you have to at least try, Taurus. I cannot stress this enough. At least try whatever it is that's going on, as long as it's not harming yourself or harming others. You know, I can't see why, you know, you can't put some form of commitment to what it is that you want to pursue. And lastly, we have the Romance Angel cards, and I like to say, If you are already happily in a relationship, situationship, marriage, whatever it means for you, you don't have to take this part of the reading. But if you really want to hear it, here it is. Let's see. Stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So for some of you, this might be where hope also comes into play. Perhaps you guys are, as a collective Taurus, you know, some of you who may be single are like putting in more effort to like try to gain a relationship, and now you need to be told to stay optimistic about your love life. And then we have, you deserve love, you are lovable. So if for whoever needs to hear it, you deserve love, you are lovable. So if part of this reading has been about you wanting to commit more to like pursuing your relationships or whatever that you wanted to do, you need to stay optimistic and remember that you deserve love no matter what, Taurus. All right, Taurus, that is your reading for the month of October. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe, comment. I would love to hear from the community as we grow. What has resonated with this reading for you? What hasn't? And I will see you next month. Bye-bye.